You asked 4 questions, and maybe that's what you were allowed to ask by the campaign or the White House. But they were essentially the same questions, both interviews, about accomplishments, progress in your respective state, what's at stake in the election. Were those questions given to you by the White House, or did you have, or the campaign, or did you have to submit questions ahead of this interview?
The questions were sent to me for approval. I approved them.
Okay, so the White House sent the questions to you ahead of the interview?
Yes.
Okay.
I got several questions, 8 of them, and the 4 that were chosen were the ones that I approved.
And the reason I ask is not a criticism of either of you. It's just that if the White House is trying now to prove the vim, vigor, acuity of the president, I don't know how they do that by sending questions first before the interview so that the president knows what's coming.
A Word radio host is leaving the station after a controversial interview with President Biden. Andrea Lawful Sanders admitted to asking questions provided beforehand by Biden's campaign.
Word president and CEO Sarah Lomax confirmed Lawful Sanders' departure from the Black-owned talk radio station. Lomax said the interview was arranged and negotiated without the knowledge of management and, quote, violates our practice of remaining an independent media outlet. Lomax went on to say Word Radio is not a mouthpiece for the Biden or any other administration. Spokesperson for the Biden campaign told CBS News, quote, we do not condition interviews on acceptance of these questions, and hosts are always free to ask the questions they think will best inform their listeners.
This is when he was asked about his accomplishments as president. Let's play it.
I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first Black woman, served with a Black president.
Did you hear, as it's being covered, the president say that he was proud to be the first Black woman president? Because that's what the headlines all over the internet are suggesting.
I find it interesting that they saw and heard that. What I got from him was that he was intimating that Kamala Harris was the first Black woman vice president. And I guess with his speech impediment, they heard something else. And I find it interesting that that was the only thing that they picked out of that entire conversation and ran with it.